The old man was trying to tell the future, looking for pictures in the campfire.
Oh, I see evil, evil born deep beneath the city. Far from the light of day, I see it growing safe beneath a sky of steel, scheming in the dark, gathering strength, and now, oh, now the evil spreads. It sends deadly feelers over the land above, across the gap, reaching towards this very place.
I'd seen him do it 100 times, but I humored him. After all, he'd been like a father to me. And what does this evil want here?
Oh, my son, I fear the evil wants you.
That was when Joey piped up.
Sensors detect incoming audio source.
The evil is nearly here.
It sounded more like a copter than a boom. But the next thing, all hell let loose in it.
Run, Foster, run! Hide from the evil!
Foster! Help! Better make my next body move faster, Foster!
He was only a robot. Oh, I love the little guy. Then, as suddenly as it started, the shooting stopped. There was a moment's silence as the copter cut its rotors. Then,
"Whoever is in charge here, come forward. Now!"
only a fool would have argued with that firepower.
I am the leader of these people. We are peaceful.
Bring him here.
At once, Commander Reich.
We're looking for someone. Someone who doesn't belong here. Who wasn't born in this garbage dump. Who came from the city as a child. We want to take him home again.
My mind racing. I remembered where I'd seen that symbol before. It was the day the tribe found me. The day of the crash. The day my mother died.
You all right, city boy?
Got a name, son?
Robert.
Ah, welcome to the Gap, Robert.
As he patched me up, the old man had gently explained that there was no way back into the city, and I already knew there was nothing he could do for Mother. His tribe was poor, but they treated me like one of their own. I learned how to survive in the wasteland they called the Gap, and scavenging from the city dumps. As the years passed, I forgot my life in the city, discovered new talents.
Ha! I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
And got a second name.
This is what we'll call you. Now that you've come of age, son, we found you, fostered you, so that makes you Robert Foster.
Wasted enough time. Give us the runaway, or we'll shoot everyone. Starting with you, Granddad.
The old man had been right for once. It was me they wanted.
No, my son. Don't let the evil take you. Run!
DNA scan confirms it's him, sir. Evil had come to the Gap, just as he said.
Take him.
But had the old man seen why it wanted me, or what it would do next? It was too late to ask him now.
Leaving destruction zone, Commander Reich. Good. Detonate.
Much too late.
Why, you murdering? Keep him quiet.
All I could do was wait, just like on a hunt. Just like the old man taught me. Wait and be ready. It was dawn when we reached the city.
Land in the Central Security Compound.
A dawn my tribe would never see. They were no more than a note in Reich's book now.
Yes, sir. Locking on automatic landing beacon.
But what was I? Why did...
Sir, the guidance system, it's gone crazy. We're going to hit.
Maybe I'd get some answers now. If I survived another copter crash.
What you want?
Looking for a saboteur from the Gap. He crashed a chopper and escaped.
Oh, sounds dangerous to me.
Don't worry, he's not going anywhere. We cut the power to the elevator, and the crash has blocked the walkway.
What if he comes in here?
You'll be fine. We posted guards. And Reich wants to hunt him down personally.
Right, eh? This guy must be important.
Yeah, we got orders direct from Link. Take him alive before he does any more damage.
Best of luck to you.
These guys are out to get me, but why? They already destroyed my home and my people. Well, Reich, whoever you are, it's retribution time. Gotta be clever. Play them at their own game. First thing is to get Joey running again. I could make use of that. Shut tight. Just as well there isn't a fire.
Who's up there? You won't escape that way!
He must have jumped. Fell all the way to ground level. Phew. Lucky escape. It's got no circuit board. Welcome back, Joey.
Is this the best shell you could find?
Listen, we're in deep trouble.
You've turned me into a vacuum cleaner.
It's functional. Don't be ungrateful. Now, I don't know where we are, or why we were brought here, but I intend to get some answers.
I've got a weird reading from my scanner. We're 120 meters above the ground.
We've got to find a way down, and keep out of the way of security. There's no obvious reason why this droid isn't working.
Hey, what are you doing?
Weren't you told? Routine inspection.
Well, keep off that elevator. Your weight set the alarm off. And I can't concentrate with all that noise.
The old guy's right, you moron. That lift's designed for light machinery, not a hulking animal like you.
Where did you get that robot?
I built him. Like it?
It's crap, son.
Excuse me.
What now?
Who's in charge around here?
Not me. I just work here. Hobbins is the name.
Who's in charge, and where can I find him?
It's Lamb you'll be wanting. He's the supervisor.
I see. And who does he work for?
The council, of course.
Where am I?
You're in the Union City recycling plant.
Do you buy scrap metal?
I don't want to be recycled, Rob. I like the show, really.
What's the best way out of the city?
You'll have to get to ground level first. You're at the top of Erie Tower Block.
Can't I use your elevator?
No, you can't. It's not built for humans. And besides, it only goes down to the furnace.
So how do I get to ground level?
There's an elevator out on the walkway. Of course, you can't reach it right now.
Why not?
'Cause Reich's boys are guarding the exit from the plant.
How come your elevator's not working?
It's activated automatically by the transport robot.
What's wrong with the transport?
It's broken down. Again. It's probably the Doppler charge thingamajig. But I haven't got time to mend it now.
I'll get on with my inspection.
You do that, son.
Can you start that transport?
How do you expect me to do that? I'm just a cleaning droid, remember?
It's the, Knopfler charge reducer thingy.
In that case, all it needs is a jump start. This is embarrassing, Foster. You're not gonna watch, are you? I always suspected you of being a voyeur.
Come on, just do it.
Here goes. There. How was it for you?
That thing's watching me. Good thing I'm naturally photogenic. No buttons, just a thin slot. You didn't tell me you could fly.
I didn't know I had it in me.
Can you open that door?
I'll give it a try.
No sudden moves, Overman. Get over to the furnace.
You're Officer Reich, I presume. You've made a mistake. I'm not Overman.
Link, we can't let him escape.
What the hell is going on? Reich seems pretty cut up about it, but he's given me 2 leads, Overman and Link. Barbecued. I'll never eat kebab again. He was carrying an ID card. The card may be useful, and I'll take his dark glasses too. We're way up in the clouds, Joey. We need to find a way to the ground. Either it's the wrong card or the elevator's not working, which means I'm trapped. What are you doing?
I'm checking the pipes. They have to be perfect.
That's ridiculous. If they have to be perfect, they should be checked by a robot.
What's that?
He's my mechanoid chum, Joey.
It's cute. Does it do tricks?
Not really. He just follows me around and gets in my way. How do I get down to ground level?
Take the elevator. Or the big jump if you're desperate.
The elevator's not working.
Oh, great. Lamb will be furious if he can't get down to Bellevue for his lunch.
Have security been in here?
Yeah, they really stirred up. Think they were looking for someone. Look, I'm not supposed to talk to you.
Why not?
Supervisor's orders.
I'm transferring you, lass.
I wish you wouldn't call me that. My name is Anita.
Don't answer back, woman. Report to the testing room immediately. What are you doing here? Do you know who I am, lad?
I've no idea. I don't work here.
I'm Gilbert Lamb, the supervisor.
Mind if I look around?
I certainly do. Who are you?
Security. Looking for a fugitive.
This factory's been searched already. He's not here.
Can't be too careful.
Just don't interfere with production. What's that robot doing here?
He's my personal assistant. Say hello, Joey.
Hello, Joey.
Pity he's got no brain.
It's a robot welder. Joey would love that shell. Do you want a new shell, Joey?
Do you mean that welder?
That's right. You like it?
I'll say. It's the mutt's nuts.
The shell can't be removed while the robot's active. Excuse me. Any intruders to report?
No, sir. Hey, just a minute. Who are you?
Security.
I suppose you're looking for the intruder.
Yeah. Seen anything suspicious?
I've been too busy with this rush job.
How do I get off this level?
Well, I hear there's been a crash. So access to High Green is cut off. You'll have to use the elevator.
Do you know a guy called Overman?
I don't think so. He certainly doesn't work here.
That's really put a wrench in the works.
Oh no! Production stopped. You wouldn't know anything about it, would you?
Me? I'm no technician.
Me neither. Lamb will go crazy. Can't you do anything to help me?
I could get my robot pal to look at it.
No thanks. In my experience, robots spell trouble. Oh well, I'll pretend I didn't notice it.
I'll keep this wrench. It's really useful. I've loosened the robot's shell. Do you want a new shell, Joey?
I hope this isn't a wind-up. Excellent.
Hey! You'll need a rad suit if you're going in there.
Hey, what do you mean? This one is totally rad.
I mean protective clothing.
My mistake. Thought it was the John.
It's the storeroom, for robots only. Lamb doesn't trust humans to go in there, even though there's nothing worth pinching.
How do you like the new shell?
It's sleek. Can't wait to use the welder.
You be careful with that thing. If I want you to use it, I'll tell you.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
And cut that out! I want you to check out the storeroom.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. There could be something useful in there.
Don't count on it.
Find anything useful in the stores?
No, but I found the power for the alarm system. There's a fuse box on the wall.
Joey, you're brilliant.
Yeah.
Go and disable the fuse box in the stores.
I could melt through it with my welder.
Wouldn't that be dangerous?
Very, but I'm feeling reckless. And welding is fun.
Take care, Joey. It's a lump of gray stuff. Give me an analysis, Joey. I think it's putty.
You're wrong. That's plastic explosive.
Don't move. I have to search you.
What for? I'm not a criminal.
It's the supervisor's orders. If anything's missing, I get the blame.
Hey, that tickles.
Open up that coat. Why are you carrying that crowbar?
It's got sentimental value. My mother gave it to me.
Is that a wrench?
I carry it for luck.
You're a walking toolbox. Blimey, smart shades.
You can have them if you like.
Really? Oh, I could fix them with sticky tape. Well, you don't appear to have stolen anything. Thank you for your cooperation. By the way, that sweater you're wearing.
Don't laugh at my sweater.
Oh, I'm not. I think it's brilliant. Will you swap it for my clipboard?
Not in a million years. Hey, Lamb. When will the elevator be repaired?
I don't know. Security have disabled the elevator. I thought you said you worked for security.
I'm in a different department. We'll probably have to wait until the intruder has been captured.
That could take all day. I shall register a complaint. The council shall hear of this.
A loose cable. Now that could be very useful. Fancy doing some welding, Joey?
You bet. I want some action. Who's the victim?
You can't go using your welder on people.
Oh yeah? Who says?
Asimov's laws of robotics.
That's fiction, Foster. It's just something some guy made up.
It's sound moral sense. Anyway, what I had in mind was that cable.
This sounds like a job for Captain Welder.
Can you try welding the cable again?
Sure. Just keep out of my way this time.
Hey, Lamb. Do you know a guy called Overman?
Doberman? No, I don't.
What does your factory produce?
Pipes, ducts, and conduits.
Anything important?
What do you think this city is built on?
Human endeavor?
Oh, aye, but I'm talking about pipes. Think of all the things they're used for.
Like sewers, you mean?
Let me tell you something, lad. Pipes are the arteries of this mighty erection. The veins through which its lifeblood pumps. And I am proud, proud to serve the corporation.
I suppose somebody has to be. See you later. Excuse me.
Yep. What do you want? Speak up.
I'm here to inspect the plant.
Oh, I'm allergic to plants. They give me sores and boils.
I meant the power plant.
Well, what's stopping ya? Who are you anyway?
My name's Foster.
Stay away from him, Rob. He's a human bomb.
What are you talking about?
He's got a fuse in his mouth.
That's a cigarette. He's inhaling the smoke for pleasure.
Get serious, Foster.
I want to get out of the city.
You what? What do you want to do that for, eh?
I don't belong here.
Where do you belong then?
I'm from the wilderness.
The Gap, you mean? Bloody awful place, full of mutants.
Have you ever been there?
Not me. I don't want to get contaminated.
It's marked Surge Test Control. I've loosened the nut. I've loosened the nut. Try pressing the button on the right.
Now you've done it, mate. I'll have to fetch old Obbins. And you better stay here, in case there's an explosion.
Come on, Joey. Where are we now, kid?
I don't know, but I don't like it. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
This card doesn't work on this elevator. Hi, my name's Foster. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gallagher. Can you direct me to the ground level? You're a social transcender. Going up in this world means going down. It's all a question of status. Hello.
Welcome to Trevor's Travel Company. Where do you want to go?
Can you get me to ground level?
Sure, on one of my luxury air-coach tours.
Coach travel makes me sick.
Me too. I prefer to keep my wheels on the ground.
What kind of tours do you offer?
Well, there's a wide choice. The Grand City Tour, the Economy City Tour, and the Mystery Tour.
What's the difference between grand and economy?
The Economy Tour is cheaper. Exactly the same itinerary, but less prestigious.
What's the mystery tour?
If I told you, it wouldn't be a mystery.
Can't you give me a clue?
Not until you've booked.
The mystery tour sounds fine.
I'll reserve your ticket.
Now tell me, where does it go?
It doesn't go anywhere physically. It's the latest in virtual reality.
Oh, not that old turkey.
It's almost completely like the real thing.
If you say so, but I'm not convinced. I'll take the grand tour.
Just one tiny point. You'll need a decent wardrobe.
What's wrong with these clothes?
They're fine for a sheep farm. But what you need is something fashionable.
Look who's talking.
The grand tour is classy, see? You'll be mixing with people of elegance and money.
All right, forget the grand tour. Book me on the economy tour.
I'll make your reservation. You can pick up the ticket in a month or two.
Can't I have the ticket now?
Sorry, there's a waiting list.
Is there anything you'd swap for a ticket?
I doubt if you've anything which interests me.
It doesn't matter. Would you swap a ticket for this magazine?
You mean it? Of course I will. It's the T.E. Lawrence Collector's Issue. I've been looking for that for years.
Hey, Lamb. Hello, Supervisor.
Oh, it's you. I didn't expect to meet you here. How did you gain access to this level?
I took the elevator, same as you.
You're not following me, are you?
I've got better things to do with my time. Is this where you live?
Yes, this is Bellevue.
Very nice.
Living here makes my job more bearable. But how I wish I could get away sometimes. What I need is a holiday. A break from all this managerial responsibility.
Never mind. Hey, Lamb. Would you like this ticket?
What's it for, lad?
A tour. Wouldn't you like a holiday?
You're right. I really deserve a break. You know, I'm so touched. I'm going to give you something in return.
I was kind of hoping you might.
Something you'll look back on for the rest of your life.
Yeah?
Aye, lad. A tour of my factory.
Oh, great.
Meet me there. You're in for a treat.
Come on, Joey. Hey, Lamb. When do I get the tour you promised me?
Well, there's no time like the present. We'll start right now. Now, take a look at this machine. This machine measures the internal bore of the pipes. Accurate to 20 decimal places, whatever that means. Impressive, isn't it? All those numbers. I'm sure they mean something. Follow me. I'll show you the next section. This machine is supposed to drive the conveyor, but it's not bloody working. Heads will roll for this. Foreman Potts, why has this machine stopped?
Stopped? I've been so busy I didn't notice.
Can't I trust you with anything? Look after my desk, Potts. I'll have to leave you to show yourself around.
Excuse me. Mind if I look around?
Since you're a friend of Lamb's, you can go where you like. But I'd stay clear of the reactor if I was you. Unless you're wearing some protection.
What are you doing now?
Checking for cracks with X-rays. You shouldn't be here without a protective suit.
You're not wearing one.
Lamb told me I didn't qualify, as I'm a D-Link and a woman.
What's a D-Link?
D-Link is the lowest social category. When your link status is 0, you forfeit all rights and your freedom to move about the city. How come you didn't know that?
I'm an outsider from the Gap.
So it's you security are after. You won't get far without an ID card.
Ah, I managed to find one.
I bet it won't get you to ground level, though. You'll need a link status of 8 or more.
How come you were made a D-Link?
I was caught hacking into Link.
Why did you do that?
There are areas in Link space used by security. I was trying to discover what they're up to.
What do you mean by link space?
The word inside the computer's memory. The abstract projection of linked circuits and databanks.
I have to get to ground level.
Look, I really sympathise with you. I could give you my jammer.
What's a jammer?
Bypass software. Highly illegal. It gets you past the retina scan to security files.
That's a start. Can you let me have the jammer?
Give me your ID card.
Here's my card.
Thanks. This won't take long.
What are you doing?
Downloading the jammer to your card. There, it's done.
Don't worry. I'll fix everything.
You're taking a huge risk.
No problem. I'll get us both back on Link's files. Will the jammer get me into link space?
No, the only access is through the special interface. There's just one little problem. You'll need to get a Schreiberman port.
How do I get a Schreiberman port?
Well, you'll have to undergo surgery.
I need that like I need a hole in the head.
The Schreiberman port is a hole in the head.
Does Link have any internal security?
There'll be foils, naturally.
What are they?
Intrusion foil programs.
Are they dangerous?
Standard IFPs are simply deterrents, but some high-level foils can be lethal.
See you later. Hey, Lamb. Thanks for the tour.
You're welcome. I hope you've learned something about pipes.
Oh yes, it was most instructive. From now on, whenever I smell raw sewage, I'll think of you, Gilbert.
Let me give you a tip, lad. If you want to get anywhere in this city, you have to bend the rules.
In what way?
If you don't want to get entangled in red tape, you need insurance, a special policy. See my friend Anchor. He'll help you out.
Hey, Lamb. Do you have a problem?
Aye, lad. I was hoping to see you. My card isn't working and I can't use the elevator.
Perhaps you've been made a D-Link.
Don't be so bloody impertinent, lad. What will poor little Couscous do?
Who's Couscous?
My pussy. She has to be fed. What would I do if she died?
You could always get another one.
It wouldn't be the same. I've had Couscous since she was a kitten.
I could feed her for you, if I could get into your apartment.
You go down to Bellevue, and I'll authorise it so you can. By the way, Couscous likes to be pampered. Like all women, eh, lad?
Apart from D-Links, you mean? You need therapy, Lamb. Come on, Joey. Hello.
Hi. You look like a man who needs insurance, yeah? Can I interest you in this? A rogue robot policy.
I've never heard of that before.
It's a safeguard against the possibility of your robot turning on you.
Joey would never do that.
Aha! So you think. Surveys show that 42% of all domestic droid owners are worried about the risk of attack.
This is bullshit, Foster. Don't listen to that moron.
Nasty temper that robot's got, yeah?
I'm not interested. I want one of your special policies.
Who sent you?
Gilbert Lamb.
Lamb? He's a slime ball. I can't bear the man.
I thought he was your friend.
Definitely not. I can't help you, I'm afraid.
Welcome to Burke's Biosurgery. How may I help you?
I want a Schriebman port.
Your name, please?
Robert Foster.
There's little chance of seeing the doctor.
Why not?
I have instructions not to disturb him. Unless you wish to pay cash, of course.
Try talking to that hologram, Joey.
What for?
I need to see the doctor, and she won't let me in.
What shall I say to her?
Use your natural charm on her.
I've got an idea. I'll try the subtle approach. Hey, you! Open that door!
I take my orders from Dr. Burke.
I take mine from Oberman.
Oh, why didn't you say so before?
Good grief. Excuse me.
Don't make me jump like that!
Sorry, didn't realize you were busy.
Just practicing. I like to keep my hand in. What can I do for you?
I need a Schriebman port.
Really? Do you have sufficient credit?
All I've got are the clothes I'm wearing.
In that case, you require the Easy Pay scheme.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Kidney, lung, or testicles.
What?
Which organ do you wish to sell?
I'm not selling anything.
No parts, no port. Send in the next customer.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Maybe I wouldn't miss a kidney.
I'll have to run some tests. Stand behind the scanner, please. Turn around, please. I can't use either of them.
Why not?
They're too good to sell at second hand. I'd have to overprice myself to be profitable.
You make money by trading people's organs?
What else would I do with them?
Open a restaurant? Excuse me. I suppose I could spare a lung.
Let's have a look at them first.
On the scanner?
Yes, please. Hold still, please. Has someone been experimenting on you?
Why do you ask that?
I've never seen a body quite like yours before. I'm afraid I can't use them.
Is there something wrong? Tell me, Doc, I can take it.
You're simply too healthy. Most bodies would reject your organs.
Excuse me. I guess I've no choice, Doc. I'll have to sell you my...
It's not as bad as you think. When I said I'd take your testes, I meant after your death.
That's a great consolation.
All I require from you now is your consent. Take a seat, please.
Do you use local anesthetic?
Oh no, it doesn't hurt. Any more than having your ears pierced.
In that case, I need a general anesthetic.
You now have a Schriebman port. You may experience headaches, but don't worry, it's quite normal.
Excuse me. Thanks again for the port, Doc.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Excuse me. Can you get me to ground level, Doc?
I have my reputation to consider. If you're determined, you might ask my friend Willy. Just tell him I sent you. He has a rather special policy.
Thanks again for the port, Doc.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
A guy in a rubber raincoat carrying an anchor. I want one of your special policies.
Who sent you?
Dr. Burke.
The ghoul, huh? He's cool. So, how can I help you?
Can you get me out of the city?
It's dangerous. Are you sure you've got the balls?
That's a delicate subject.
Wait here. I have to make a call.
Use your welder on that statue, Joey.
What for?
That anchor could be useful.
I'm always ready for a spot of welding.
Never mind. Come on, Joey. Those stairs don't look safe to me. Those stairs don't look safe to me. This could be the most stupid thing I've ever done. It's the link interface, and I don't like the look of it at all. So my real name is Robert Overman. But why does Link want me? And what's happened to my father?
Seen anything of Hobbins?
What do you want him for?
To mend a pipe in the power plant.
Can't you fix it yourself?
I wouldn't dare.
Well, I haven't seen Hobbins all day. He's probably busy.
Come on, Joey. Oh no! Joey must have forgotten he'd changed shells. I hope his board isn't broken. Excuse me.
Hold it. Your membership card, please.
I don't have one.
This is a private club.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You do now. Piss off.
How do I join the club?
You have to be sponsored by an existing member. It's a most exclusive establishment. Frequented only by those with the proper credentials.
You mean people with money?
No, people with credit. There's a world of difference. People with money think they can afford not to care. People with credit know they can't, but don't care anyway.
Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me?
What about old widow Piermont? She used to come here, years ago. If you chatted her up, she might sponsor you.
I don't know Mrs. Piermont personally.
Oh, you must have seen her, with her dog. Mrs. Piermont is the one with 2 legs.
See you later. The door has an old-fashioned lock on it. Won't open. That's probably because it's locked. It's an old trick, but it still works. It's an old map, but it means nothing to me. Excuse me.
Hello, darling. I don't believe we've met.
No, I'm a stranger here.
I'm Mrs. Piermont. but you can call me Danielle.
Do you know someone called Overman?
Why, yes, I do. He worked with my husband, Professor Piermont. Why? Are you interested in Overman?
He was my father.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. Overman's only son died in an accident.
That was no accident, Mrs. Piermont. It was deliberate sabotage by security. My mother was killed, but I survived. And I've read a document which proves it.
Incredible! Your mother was a great friend to me. If there's any way I can help you, just ask.
Would you sponsor me for the club?
If you're really Robert Overman, I'll sponsor you. But I don't want to visit the club. I'll call the manager from my apartment. Oh, come to me. Oh, come to Mummy, Spunky.
Hello. Who is this?
It's me, Robert.
Come right in, Rob.
Welcome to my humble little home, Robert. You know, I remember you as a baby, Robert.
I've grown a bit since then.
I'm sure you have. You must have so many questions to ask me.
Yes, I have. Is my father still alive?
I've not seen him since my husband's funeral. What a magnificent occasion. I wish I could have stayed until the end.
You walked out of your husband's funeral?
I had no choice. Poor Spunky hates cathedrals. All that incense and droning makes him bilious. No sooner had I got him outside when up came his breakfast.
Who the hell is Spunky?
My dog, of course. Now, where was I? Well, when I got back, they were all gone. Congregation, choir, coffin and all.
What was the professor working on?
Didn't I tell you? Helmut was the designer of Link. It was his dream, but he died before it was realized. Your father became the project leader.
So my dad was responsible for Link?
Yes, he stepped into Helmut's shoes. Link reached completion on the very day you were born. From then on, Richard changed. He spent more time with Link than he did with his wife and baby.
Why did my mother try to escape?
But she did her best to cope. But she wasn't the same after Richard's rejection. The authorities never approved of her marriage either, because she came from Hobart. Eventually, she decided to return home.
So the bastards had her killed.
You're overwrought, Robert. Would you like some paracetamol?
I don't want analgesic. I want answers. Are you gonna sponsor me now?
If that's what you want. I'll telephone the manager and make the arrangements. This won't take a moment. Is that Mr. Colston? Danielle Piermont here. I have a friend I wish to sponsor.
It's full of bits.
Hello, Mr. Overman. How did you know my name? You're a member now, sir? It's my business to know all our members. Can I go in now? Certainly. But you're in for a disappointment. How come? It looks smart with the lights turned low, but in daylight, it's a flipping toilet.
Never mind. There's a thumb-sized indentation in the plate. Pressing the buttons doesn't achieve anything. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hi. Mind if I join you?
Well, hello yourself. They call me Babs.
Pleased to meet you. Where does the locked door lead to?
Oh, that's the wine cellar.
Excuse me. Can I have a drink, please?
No chance.
Why not?
Nice rules.
Hi. Mind if I join you?
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Overman. What do you think of the club?
The bartender won't serve me.
That's because you're a probationary member. Don't blame Barry, he's only doing his job. The liquor laws have been tightened since last year's Babysham riots.
Hey, get on with the game, Colston.
All right, no need to get excited. I'm Colston, the manager of the club.
Pleased to meet you.
Hey, get your hands off my drink, Buster.
What's through that door?
It's off limits to the likes of you.
I just wondered where it leads.
It's the old cathedral. There's nothing interesting in there. In fact, it's empty.
Why guard an empty cathedral?
I'm not guarding it exactly. I'm just standing here.
Preventing me from entering.
Yes.
Never mind. It's attached to some bricks via a pulley.
What was that splashing noise? Where has Spunky gone? Officer Blunt, come and help me, quickly!
Just for a second, you scared me. But you're only dummies. Oh no, not her, not Anita. Her skin is burnt and blistered. Hey, what do you know about Anita's death?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The girl you sent to the reactor. She's been killed, Lamb.
Look, I don't know aught about murder. You might think I was hard on the lass, but I had nothing to do with her death.
You're the only one who can help. I was supposed to make contact with an agent from Hobart. Trouble is, the rendezvous was in a park on ground level. And now I'm a dealing, I can't get there. The agent's name is Eduardo. I don't know how he'll get to Link. But beneath the city there are tunnels. The remains of the old subway. That could be a way in.
It's the only way. Excuse me. Smart floral display. Are they real?
What do you think?
They look kind of shiny.
Naturally. I've just varnished them.
Do you paint the flowers too?
This is Union City, not Wonderland. You obviously know nothing about plants.
Won't the varnish harm the plants?
Au contraire, Clever Dick. It filters out the crap in the atmosphere.
What are those blue flowers called?
They're dandelions. Don't touch them!
They're pretty. But why can't I touch them?
Because if you do, you'll wet your bed.
I haven't done that for months. See you later. Hello. Who are you?
My name's Vincent. What's yours?
I'm Robert. You can call me Rob. What's that you're playing with?
It's my handheld games console.
Neat. What's the game?
It's called Fleecy the Lamb.
That sounds nice. What's the objective?
Torch the mutant psychos with your flamethrower and stop Dr. Mantis from butchering the orphans.
But that's horrible.
Yeah, I've played better.
What other games have you got?
Not many, 'cause they're too expensive. They're smuggled into the city from Hobart. I've got Nobby, the platform game, Onan the Barbarian, and Revenge of the Deadly Dandelions.
Dandelions? What color are they?
Yellow, of course. Everyone knows that.
The gardener told me they were blue.
He's mad. He's not a real gardener.
Don't wear out your thumbs. Excuse me. You told me dandelions were blue.
Did I? Well, what of it?
This boy assures me they're yellow.
Ugh, smart-assed little brat. All right, you got me sussed. I haven't had any formal training, but I've always dreamed of being a gardener. I love 'em. Every little shrub and succulent. Those dainty blossoms waving their little stamens in the breeze.
All right, I get the point.
You won't report me, will you?
Why should I do that? Excuse me. Do you know a girl called Anita?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Why do you want to know?
She's been murdered. I found her body in the cathedral.
Can't see why you're telling me.
Excuse me. What's your name?
It's Eduardo. Why?
You're Anita's contact, right?
How come you know so much?
She left a message on her card.
Listen, do you know what's happened to Link?
I'm totally confused.
Link is a living, self-replicating organism. Originally, it served as an advisor to the Council, but it has gradually taken control.
How? And why?
We're really not sure. Hobart scientists have developed a virus. It will check Link's growth, if we can get it into the system.
Will you give me the virus?
I can't. It's been downloaded to Link space. Anita was supposed to retrieve it, since she had a Shrievman port.
So have I. I owe it to Anita to get that virus.
No chance. It's bound to be guarded.
I can try at least.
Silence in court! Security Services, Department of Justice, Inc. Judge Chutney presiding. Court is now in session.
Silence! I recognize that villain. An habitual criminal if ever I saw one.
That's Mr. Greaves, my lord. The counsel for the prosecution.
Silence when you speak to me. Now, who is the first contestant?
Defendant, my lord. The case of Union Security Services versus Howard Hobbins.
Howard Hobbins, come on up. Nice to see you, Howard. You're not nervous, are you?
Not really.
The defendant is accused of gross contempt and assault of a security officer.
Oh, intolerable. What have you got to say for yourself, eh?
I've been framed, Your Honour. May I elucidate, my lord?
Go on then, but hurry up about it.
Officer Blunt was investigating a complaint made against Hobbins. After questioning the defendant, he was the victim of an assault.
Ah! Monstrous! Off with his head!
Just a flipping minute. Who's defending me?
Defence? Is he entitled to any?
I'm afraid so, my lord.
Upon my soul, whatever next? Who'd be silly enough to defend this wretch? Very well, let's get on with round one. Fingers on the buzzers, everyone.
I wish to call Officer Blunt.
Call Officer Blunt!
Please tell the court what happened. I was assaulted. And is the culprit present in the court? That's him in the overalls. I rest my case, my lord.
Good. Where's my black cap?
We haven't heard the defence, my lord.
Is it really necessary? Oh, go on. Just don't take all day.
Now then, Officer Blunt. What was the nature of your injuries?
I got very wet.
But you didn't suffer any physical harm.
I could have caught a nasty cold.
Tell the court how you got wet.
While patrolling on Bellevue, I was saturated by a sudden shower.
Did you ascertain its source?
Oh, yeah. I heard laughter from the walkway above.
So, you saw the accused pour the liquid?
I couldn't see anything. My eyes were full of water. But I'd recognize his laugh anywhere.
Just how well do you know Hobbins?
I've never met him before.
And yet you say you recognized his laughter.
I don't know.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'd like to question the defendant. Here's your starter for 10.
Good, good. An excellent opening gambit. That's the sort of questioning I like to hear. None of this did you or did you not nonsense. 10 points to the defense.
Did you assault Officer Blunt?
Objection, my lord.
Why, man, what's wrong?
Repetition, my lord?
Objection overruled.
Are you guilty of assault, Howard?
Not me.
I was fixing one of the cooling pipes, and it burst.
So blunt soaking was an accident?
Not exactly.
Why did the pipe burst?
Some joker had cut a power cable and overloaded the steam release in the power station. That's what damaged the cooling pipe.
Oh, I see. Did you laugh at Blunt's predicament?
Laugh? I'd nearly wet me pants.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Greaves, you may start the bonus round.
The facts speak for themselves, my lord. Hobbins is a cruel and callous man, with no respect for law and order. I recommend the maximum possible sentence.
Any comments from the defense?
I don't believe this is happening. This is total madness. You've all been warped in some way. And I think Link is the cause.
Silence! I've heard quite enough of this nonsense. So it's time for me to make my judgment. Howard Hobbins, you've won tonight's star prize. Life imprisonment. However, in view of your service to the city, I'm going to reduce your sentence. 2 hours community service. Court dismissed.
Hey, music lover. If you're looking for the best in sound, I got 'em. The music of the spheres right here on Earth. So come on, get your fingers on my buttons. Let's make beautiful music together.
How offensive. Why they put voices in these machines is beyond me.
I'm all warmed up for you, baby.
Shut up and let me check the selections. Oh, Lord, it's mostly country and western.
Nobody's perfect.
Ah, there are 3 tunes by the resident band.
So, what's your choice, big boy?
You search but find nothing.
Who's winning? I am, of course. It's like taking only babies to a trip.
Excuse me. match my fingerprints to those on this glass?
Oh, yes. My machine will do that automatically.
It's not against the law, is it?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Don't security use them to check people's identities?
If they do, it's the first time I've heard of it. The usual procedure for identification of suspects is a retina scan at the post-mortem. Now, about these prints you requested. Open the panel on my machine and insert the glass. Then place your hands in the otodermatome.
Will this hurt, Doc?
Oh, yes. Quite considerably.
It's made of thin chipboard. If it's for ventilation... Can't see anything, but I can feel a breeze. The subway. It's like a warren built by giant rabbits. That appears to be... I'm not climbing up there just to get souvenirs. Uh-oh, the tunnel roof doesn't look too stable. I've exposed the bricks beneath the plaster. It's penetrated the outer skin. Ugh! I made a hole right through the vein! It obviously opens like an iris. It's being held secure. Pulling the handle has loosened the grill. It's recharging itself at the power supply. The slot gives access to an expansion port. How do you feel, Joe?
I'm completely operational, and all my circuits are functioning perfectly.
That's a relief. Is there any immediate danger?
If your presence here is detected, termination is more than likely. Please be more specific.
I want a detailed report on everything, especially that android.
The android could be dangerous.
Exactly. I don't want to risk my neck.
The growth tanks contain developing androids. Nourishment is supplied from a tank. The temperature is maintained by convection from an underground source. The tank contains chemicals on which the androids feed.
So, without it they'd die?
Affirmative.
Is there a way of draining the tank?
Manual evacuation is achieved by opening a tap.
That will distract the android technician.
Hello! I was not expecting a visitor. A puddle? The tank must be leaking.
Humans 1, androids 0. You've saved me the bother of coming to find you. I should have guessed you were part of all this. Why do you think Reich had to die when he tried to kill you? Or that meddling girl who tried to help you escape? Link needs you alive, Overman. That's why it planned this family reunion.
Get out while you can, Rob.
Stop! Tell me what you want from me! You won't be needing this robot where you're going. It's an android! Aha! Another ID card from my collection. Poor Joey didn't last long in that shell. I'll take his board as a memento. Another entrance to Weird World. virus has caused the program to crash. The monitor has gone crazy now. I wonder how the virus has affected the tissue. The tissue is frozen now. How do you feel, Joey?
I'm not entirely sure, sir. I feel soft and curiously vulnerable.
That's because you're practically human.
And this feeling of insecurity is natural?
Oh yeah, you'll get used to it.
By the way, sir, take my advice. Don't wake the other androids.
Why not?
If they've been programmed, they'll terminate you.
I think you need a new name, Joey.
I concur with your observation, Mr. Foster. What do you consider an appropriate sobriquet?
I'm gonna call you Ken.
That's wonderful news, sir. Tell me, are there any memorable Kens in history? A Ken whom I might seek to emulate?
All the Kens I can think of were dorks.
Splendid! It will be my mission in life to make the name Ken synonymous with dorks.
Thanks for saving me from the android.
My actions were the only logical course. What I cannot comprehend is how an android could behave in such an irrational manner. Why, it was almost as if he was human.
Are we close to Link's core?
Almost certainly, sir. I can sense its presence in a strange and mysterious way.
Like the old man. The pictures in the campfire. He saw it too, the evil beneath the city. And then he died with the rest of the tribe.
This isn't the time for remorse, sir. You must destroy the evil and avenge their deaths.
Never mind. I'm obviously supposed to put my hand on that. Place your hand on that lock sensor.
With pleasure, sir.
Hey, Rubber Man! What's wrong with you?
I appear to have a problem, sir. My hand has melted onto the door.
I don't like to leave you here.
I'll be free in no time, sir. Have you got an axe?
No, I haven't. Why?
You could have used it to sever my hand.
That's unthinkable. Never mind. Yes, I've poisoned the sludge. This could be the second most stupid thing I've ever done. Father?
Is that Robert? Oh, my son. Why did you come here?
I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I did everything I could to stop you. You're in terrible danger. Get away.
I'm taking you with me. How do I disconnect you from the machine?
Listen to me. Link needs a replacement for my brain. And the best choice was someone related by blood. It sent Reich and his goons to bring you here. Link killed Reich when he threatened you.
But if Link wanted me alive, why did it wreck the helicopter?
That was my doing, Robert. I managed to wrest control from Link for a few seconds. Long enough to cause the crash. I hope to spare you my fate, Robert.
Ken, you're just in time.
I thought you might need a hand, sir. I've got a bad feeling about this, sir.
What happened, Father?
Link has rejected me. And without it, I'll die.
Help me, quickly!
What do you want me to do, sir?
Sit in that chair.
Are you going to plug me into Link, sir? I hope you know what you're doing. Something is happening, I think. Yes, I'm gaining control. I found my destiny, Mr. Foster.
Can you ever forgive me, Robert?
For letting your machine kill my mother?
Please, try to understand. It was the greatest experiment ever devised. Tapping the unexplored depths of the human brain. The potential of the subconscious mind.
You fused with this machine deliberately?
It was a well-considered plan, my boy.
Well-considered? It was nothing but megalomania.
I had a dream. The fusion process was an apparent success, but the computer shared access to my human failings. It learned of greed, of vanity. It reveled in the power it wielded. I was almost powerless in the hands of this monster.
Which is the monster, Father? The computer or you?
Robert. Oh, Robert! You were my only reason for wanting to live.
Father? Father! Too late. It's over now.
About the vacancy in the sewage grading plant, Howard. Perhaps we should assign the position to Gilbert Lamb.
Hello, Mr. Hobbins.
Hello, son. What do you want?
I've come to say goodbye.
You still plan to go back to the Gap?
Yeah, I've had it with city life. I'm certainly gonna miss you both. Why don't you come too?
We got enough to do. Getting Union City back to normal.
I reckon you'll make a great team.
Will you come back to visit us, sir?
I'm not sure about that, Ken. But I'll be thinking of you. Oh, by the way, Mr. Hobbins, here's your wrench.
Thanks, son. I'll need that if Ken gives me any trouble.
Goodbye, friends. And thanks.
Be vigilant.